Well, good evening. This is kind of a late stream, and literally an hour before this started, I've had it scheduled for tomorrow. And I have never been someone who gets, a lot of engagement on my community posts. I think it's just the subscribers that I have. They're just not watching community posts. Like, it is what it is. So even though I have been posting it since yesterday afternoon, it has been scheduled wrong since I finally scheduled it. Hi, Debbie. How are you? You are always here. Thank you. This is late for you. I appreciate you being here. And I do hope I sent you the link. I do hope you did your homework because I need, oh, good. See, that's the thing. Getting the family to, oh, yes, don't rush. Everything's just fine. Um, yeah, no, as long as you hit that notify me, right? Like anybody who did that, yeah, definitely. But like if you looked at it, it said for tomorrow. So I'm not surprised that we're 3 minutes in and there's four people watching. Like that just sucks. I hate that I fucked it up because that's what I did. I hate that I fucked it up. Well, no, did you watch Into the Weeds? Did you watch any of those videos? Because Mandy's thoughts on this are very amongst definitely the popular opinion, right? Like, I hate to say it like that, like, oh, she's for the popular opinion. No, it's the majority vote. And she also thinks things that I just disagree with. And I really was interested to see how you felt about it after doing some homework that I bet you haven't done. Did you get up and do some things though? Because, last time we talked, you were like, I'm going to do this thing and then we're going to get some things did. I appreciate you for showing up, by the way. I don't care if just Debbie's here in this chat. Like, this video will get in the algorithm in some way, shape, or form, and people will watch the replay. At the end of the day, it's going to be a great conversation. No, for the last couple days, you haven't. You didn't get everything done. Hi, Curly. Or Curly, I'm sorry. You could tell that I say Curly a lot more than Curls these days. I used to say Curls all the time, right? But yeah, I just called you my cat. That's funny. My cat is actually named after Curls. I say that Curls is Curly's godmom. Like it's a thing, right? So, girl, girl. And you know what's funny? I'm laying here in the dark because I've made myself sick. We'll talk about it in a minute, but I'm laying here in the dark talking to you on the phone. The laptop is all set up in the YouTube room and stuff, but I knew Mandy wouldn't be on right away. So I was like, I'll just chat, for a while. Oh yeah, so Curly it is. Thank you for being here. If anybody wants to be on some bullshit, put them in, motherfucking the corner for 24 hours and delete whatever bullshit they come in here with. They don't have the guts to come to my motherfucking streams. That's just not a thing. But just in case, that's kind of where we're at tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the rule. Considering this morning. And I do think this morning happened, Mandy, because nobody was in there. Curls obviously wasn't in there, right? No, nobody was in there but just those two. Are you there, Mandy? You're on
Oh, I
stage,
am.
good.
Yes. Oh
Okay,
my
good,
God. I
good,
didn't
good,
know.
good.
I was
Okay.
like, I was in the
Yes,
comments trying to tell you.
yes, yes, yes. But I did, don't you think so? Because none of us were in there.
Yeah. I, yeah. I mean, I agree. I just think it was sad.
Oh my God, good word for it. And we obviously don't want to talk about it, but because I was just saying it out loud, I'm like, Mandy, it's because we weren't, you know. Uh,
I'm
how are you? How are you?
good. How are you?
I'm good. What you been doing?
I've been trying to get my stupid computer to work, and I'm so pissed that it won't.
Oh, you're not on the laptop.
No, I just use my phone. I was like, it's easier. I'll just pop in this way.
You know what though, Mandy? It is so much easier on the phone. Like, girl,
It really
I
is.
do not feel good.
Hmm.
You know that I have made myself sick a couple times this year, and
Yeah.
I have avoided the EP files. Like, just
Ooh.
avoid it, want nothing to do with it, don't want to hear about it. Well, I am a big fan of Soft White Underbelly, and he's been interviewing, you know, victims of, survivors of, and I've watched a few already. Today, it did it for me.
Mm,
She said things that I didn't know, you know, just like she's very knowledgeable of like what the government had, you know. Oh God,
yes.
and it's made me sick. So I've watched content that has not made me sick like a couple times this year.
Yeah, give me 1 second, okay? I'm gonna
Okay.
mute and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Uh, that
Oh,
it's
dad is
showing.
the best. Yes. You think my dad's cute? That's funny. Debbie, you would love him. You would fucking love him. I just think all my girls need to come visit me. It's like, dude, my dad is fucking great. And he low key loves it. You know, I'm sure he gets anxiety because he's such a spaz. But he low key loved having curls here. And curls, did you notice my avatar, bitch? Did you notice my avatar picture? That's me and you, girl. You know, I would call us Bonnie and Clyde, but you are way too much of a rule follower. I feel like that would be offensive. I would never want to offend you, darling. You saw what? You didn't know what? What are you talking about, Debbie? I know you don't like to type a lot, but yeah, no, we can't be Bonnie and Clyde. Thelma and Louise. Oh my God, Thelma and Louise, because they take the car. Girls, we're Thelma and Louise. Oh, you did watch it? Yeah, no, I posted it on my community tab. I think anybody who didn't know that she streamed and fucks with her, because obviously she's a huge part of my community, they should see exactly what went down, you know? But we live at the end. Yeah, no, we can't be dying, girl. You know what though, girls? No, I'm not even gonna get into that. Anyway, what you been watching, Mandy? Like, what have you been doing?
Well, I keep up with the Gypsy Rose stuff pretty religiously, but I've been watching the Epstein stuff as much as I don't want to. I have been.
You
I
know,
can't help it.
I I have to stop being ignorant to shit. Okay, I have to.
I don't
I
think
have to.
it's
I have to.
ignorant. It's like protecting your peace more so.
Well, I mean, it made me sick. I know for a
Yeah.
fact that watching that particular video has now gotten me physically ill. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's because she was so, and there was things that I just didn't know. I shared it on my community post. I think you should go watch it, especially if you're into the thing. Okay, so the Epstein files. What else you got going on?
Um, I keep up with a lot of stuff like that, like trending different news stories or whatever. I was just watching a bunch of stuff on the FLDS and that stuff, which is just
Ooh.
as bleak, to be honest. Like my playlist is pretty bleak.
Oh, I don't think it's bleak at all. I'm very, very into anything religious like that. So I don't think that's bleak at all.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I am
Yeah.
sorry. I still got a munchkin up with me.
Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, if you need to mute or anything, just do that. Yeah, I just wanted to catch up with you because I have been avoiding you. You know that. Because if we get
Oh,
on the
me?
phone, we're gonna talk. Yeah, we're gonna talk for 5 hours, and Gypsy will come up, and I just don't want to.
No,
But
I get
you
you.
know,
And we have
yeah,
polar opposite opinions. So it's
yeah,
hard not to be like, no, but I believe this.
right, right. And if I get on the phone with you, bitch, and we have been wanting to do this, I want to say for at least a month.
Oh, yeah, we've been talking about it for a while. When you told me what your opinion was, I was like, oh, no.
And I will say, I told you in text, I was like, okay, I have watched, like hours of these um episode by episode snippets, these little 5-minute clips or whatever of the Lifetime show.
Yeah,
I watched it was like a British woman, but it's like one of them 2020 specials, and she was pregnant at the time, so it was way after getting out of prison. It was like an hour long. Watched that, and I am just very much, even more on Team Gypsy. I just really am.
yeah. Okay, I want to know why. Like, let's start there. Why are you on Team Gypsy? What is your opinion of her?
And okay, when I say I'm on Team Gypsy, I want to say first that I am like a firm fucking believer that anybody and everybody should at least dip their toe, try to
Hmm.
be content creators
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying, monetize your life, like, little side income, just something, right? Like, you will have fun doing that, and everyone's allowed to have that.
yeah.
Do I think I'd have the same opinion of Team Gypsy if it was a child she hurt? No. Them people do
Okay,
not
that's
deserve a
interesting.
platform. I
That's
say,
interesting to me because I truly believe that Gypsy was the abusive person in the dynamic
okay,
with her mom.
okay. Well, that's our disconnect because
Yeah,
honestly, that's what I was going to say next because I will not forget that she was an abused child. How funny that you led with that because that was literally what I was going to say before. When I say Team Gypsy, I'm not really Team Gypsy. I'm just Team Gypsy is allowed a platform.
no, I
She's
agree.
famous whether we like it or not, whether she likes what she's famous. She is a famous person and she deserves a platform. That's like where I stand. But no, very that I very much know that she was an abused child, in my
See, for
opinion.
me, and a lot of like the FOIA docs, as far as like her Facebook activity and activity going on her mom's computer, like her stories are being proven false just by her like internet activity. Like she said she was, locked up outside in the shed. And that was proved false because she's like posting all these statuses when she's supposed to be in the shed locked up. And on top of that, in 2013, I believe, may have been 2011, I might be wrong on the year, but she shot her mom with a fucking BB gun and like not just like like a hand one, but like a long style. Like this is not something that you're
Like
picking
a
up.
like a BBAK-47, bitch.
Oh, like, yeah, like a rifle. Like, like they have those ones
Right.
that you can like I
Sure.
know they're like put out for like pests in your yard or whatever. So if you think
Sure.
about it, it's like for a small rodent, but at the same time, can you imagine how painful that was? Like all over your body. And then not only that, from her book, she chased her mom into the bathroom while holding this huge gun and a dagger in her other hand. And from there, I believe that if her mom had been abusive, at that point, things just completely swapped. And she became the dominant in the personality or the dominant in their situation.
You know what? I could even say, based on the content that I watched on Into the Weaves, I
Hmm.
believe Nick absolutely created a monster. I could even agree with that statement. She had become the aggressor. I could agree with that. I really could. But
I
like
d
to
I think her mom
forget,
created it, to be honest. I think that her mom enabled her. I think that she I don't know, you know how it is when you see it, you have your like, your own child, like, you love them, you want to believe them, you encourage them, and, of course, in that is enabling. Like, if you're doing that with your child, there are gonna be times where you have to be harder, and I don't think that Dee Dee was. I think that Dee Dee had this I don't know, just this angel ideal of her daughter. And I think in that moment when she picked up the gun and when she did the nice thing, like all that was like, oh my God, what the fuck have I done from Dee Dee? Because she was really, really sick. She had like, when they killed her, she had severe diabetes. She had gout, like she could barely get out of the bed. She was having issues with like her kidney function, like all kinds of things. And it's like, it's so sad. Like, she put up very little fight, and I believe that is because, in my personal opinion, when she figured out it was Gypsy behind it, I truly think it broke her in a way where it was just like, "Okay, just do it. Just end me because I don't wanna know." Plus, there's other things that lead me to believe that this was, like, not just that night. I don't think it was as quick as Nick came in, did it, and it was done. I believe there had been a fight going on between Dee Dee and Gypsy already. Gypsy's hands in the, police, like, when they take pictures of you after you're arrested, her hands have bruising on them, and it was days after. So and there's, like, blood splatter in the kitchen that just doesn't match the scene, like, it all was supposed to have happened in that room, so why is there blood splatter in, like, the kitchen? So and Gypsy out her own mouth says that the last thing her mother said to me is, "I'm getting tired, please don't hurt me." And that she hugged her and she said, "Oh, thanks," or whatever, but, "I'm not dead yet." Like, it's just as a mom, like, hearing those things, it broke my heart. And I do. I think she just loved her daughter very much. I think that she created the monster. I believe that Gypsy isn't lying when she says her mother taught her how to manipulate. I do believe that. I believe that she taught her
yes,
how to run a grift. But I
yes.
also have seen things like she sent videos to Nick that are like, nobody knows I can walk. Like my mom doesn't even know. I don't want her to love me less. Like, bitch, are you what? Like, are you serious?
Okay,
Like, can
but
you
when
imagine?
well, okay, but I have to say, when do we forget that Munchausen was a whole part of that? Baby girl went to prison at 24 and had to get a feeding tube removed, and she can eat just fine.
But look at her. She's losing massive amounts of she's lost so much since she originally got pregnant. Now she's almost at her weight that she was pre-crime. And there are like things listed in the medical documents about her spending like 6 months in a feeding hospital. That was when the GT was originally placed because she was like struggling. And like these are things you can't fake. You can't be in the hospital for 6 months and your mom manipulate it to where they give you a feeding tube. Like they're gonna watch you and maybe she didn't eat as much as she could, but at the end of the day, I still feel like these are trained medical professionals. Like, I feel like they would have picked something up. And there's Munchausen mentioned before the crime from one doctor, but all of the Munchausen stuff, if you think about it, like Mommy Dead and Dearest came out on HBO. That was put out before she even did anything, would have went to trial, anything. So this is a preconceived notion we're getting packaged in a documentary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you go to court, what do you need in order to defend yourself? You need a defense. I believe that the Munchausen was a defense because even when Gypsy is sitting there in like and they're interviewing her, she doesn't say my mom beat me. She doesn't say my mom was bad to me. She says my mom was overprotective.
Right, but isn't see, I'm having a hard time accepting the things out of your mouth because all I want to scream at you is Munchausen. And like with that word, with what that is abusive, that's manipulative, that's
Oh, of
and,
course.
and
I
and like Gypsy is a child, and I understand your point too. What fucking doctor is gonna let someone lay there for 6 fucking months, right? But at
Yeah.
the same time, Dee Dee was someone who manipulated a whole fucking community. Like, why would we think she can't manipulate the doctors or do whatever she had to do to Gypsy to give the symptoms of specific things that would require a feeding? Like, that is what Munchausen's is, right? Like, we make the
Yeah,
kids
no,
sick because, right, though?
yeah, I agree with you, but at the basis, she was at least telling Nick, "My mom doesn't even know I can walk." So if she had been lying about the use of her legs to her mother, what else was she lying about? It's been proven that she was having like a BDSM relationship with this Dan dude, and that there were heavy themes of that with her and Nick. I feel like she became uncontrollable for Dee Dee. And Dee Dee even looked up like homeless shelters for people that were in Gypsy's age range, trying to get her out the house, in my opinion, because it was just days before the crime. I believe
Okay.
that she just had it with her.
Right. Okay. What do you believe as far as Dee Dee abusing her prescription meds? Because we know they were prescribed, but Gypsy says often, right, how her mom abused them, and even she abused them. So, do you believe that Dee Dee abused drugs at all?
No, I believe it's very hard
Okay.
to abuse your prescriptions when your daughter is stealing them. And that's like from search
Mm.
history on Dee Dee's computer. What are the most stolen prescriptions by teens? Like those are things she was searching. And like we know that she, I believe, had Xanax and some kind of pain pill. And Gypsy has said multiple times, I was abusing pain medication when I was with Nick and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
not really, I mean, coming from someone who abused it, like that's not something that really you just fall into. You know what I mean? Like it's casual at first, but if she was at the point where she had to take it every single day that she was with Nick, then she had an addiction and it was formed way before they actually physically got together, in my opinion.
Wow. And you know what I love about this is I wouldn't have guessed, and I should have known better. Like, why wouldn't I know? How well you know the forensic stuff, because I don't know any of that. So it's
Yeah.
interesting to have my opinion and now hear stuff I've never heard before.
Yeah, see, that was the thing. Like when Into the Weeds, the big thing they did was they made the FOIA accessible to everyone. And I can say I have requested FOIAs from Greene County. Like I don't know how they got so many files because Greene County will just send you a bunch and there'll be a bunch of stuff that's missing. And like it's not the
Oh,
same for
okay.
every single person. And I am just shocked by the wealth of knowledge that they have in those FOIAs. Like it's crazy, it's wild, and I think if you can reform your opinion for 3 minutes and see it as Gypsy was the abusive one, I think that there's so much evidence to support that and so little to support the fact that her mom was abusing her.
Okay. Okay, I have to ask you this. What about
Okay.
the family members co-signing the fact that, Dee Dee was doing the most and all that when it came to her health and whoopty bam?
I believe not Gypsy. What's her stepmom's name? I always forget it.
Forget. Christy?
Christy. Christy and Rod, I believe they did so much for a paycheck. There are literal emails from Rod to Gypsy while she's in prison where he says, I know you're trying to not do anything new, but we could really use like $10,000. And this company reached out from, I think it was Japan, and they wanted to do a
Mhm.
documentary on it. And he's like, can I go ahead and push that through? Because we could really use the money. And it's like, so, and okay, the Facebook records, let's go back to that. Facebook
Okay.
records show that he had their address. He was speaking to Dee Dee on the regular, and she was updating him about Gypsy's life. So, how are you going to sit there
Ooh.
and this is the most disgusting part to me. Like, he basically was going on a vacation that was going to take him through, like, I think Tennessee, Missouri, and somewhere else. And he was talking to Dee Dee about it, and she was like, "Okay, well, do you need a doctor's note or anything for Gyp?" Like thinking that he was going to take Gypsy on this vacation, right? And
Uh-huh.
he writes back and he's like, "Oh, that would be a lot of work on." I'm not wording it word for word, obviously, but
Sure.
that'd be a lot of work for us. But you could bring her down and meet us, or we could just swing by and see you guys on our way back, like when we hit Missouri. Like, are you serious? Like, it was
Um,
so obvious that this man did not give her the attention that she wanted or that she even needed. A girl that age needs a father, and he wasn't there for her. Like, she literally sent a bunch of like news and stuff to his daughter and to him. And her mom went on there on the Facebook and was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Somebody hacked our Facebook. That wasn't Gypsy," and like completely took up for Gypsy. And when I say she created the monster, that's why I believe she created it, because I think that she was like putting all these small fires out for Gypsy, right? Like there what is it? The Comic-Con. Like there was a big hullabaloo because she got caught in a room with a guy and like her mom blew up, but she was repairing all those relationships and like always giving an excuse for Gypsy. And I believe that Gypsy got so accustomed to someone cleaning up her messes that she was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to go and I'm going to be as wild as I fucking want to. And I believe after that moment, after she shot Dee Dee, I believe from there on, Dee Dee was in fear. And I believe that she just didn't know what to do because at the end of the day, this is your child. Like, it is the closest relationship you can have with someone. And to know that they're, like, plotting on your demise, like, that's terrible. Like, it makes me feel so bad for her.
okay,
And
but if Gypsy's being naughty, why wouldn't Dee Dee be pulling in the reins even more when she had all this time to do all these videos to Nick? If my daughter's naughty, I'm not going to go to sleep at fucking 9 o'clock and leave her with access to the computer when I know she's being naughty.
I just don't believe she was well enough to be watching her the way that Gypsy says she was. I mean,
You
a
think
great point from your
physically,
side. Yeah, I
yeah,
think she
yeah,
slept a lot. I mean,
okay.
there's,
And not
like,
from drugs, but from being sick.
no, from being very ill. And I just if Gypsy was Munchausen and all these things,
Yeah.
explain away how she had so much time to herself to be making these videos and texting and all these things to Nick.
And that is something that I constantly ask to myself, because for the overbearing mom that I picture when you hear her speak, right? Like
Hmm.
I can't imagine, how did you have time, right, to make these
Yeah.
videos to Nick? How did you have time to even watch his? And then, she seemed to always take her little notes so she wouldn't forget nothing when she replied. And I always did say that to myself.
Well, I mean, here's a great example. She vilified Nick and said that he raped her, but she literally sent a video to him saying, "If I say no, it does not mean stop. Do not stop. I like it. Continue going." And she says to the detective something to the effect of, "Well, I said no." And it's like, well, if you're in a BDSM relationship, you have a safe word. And she even mentioned that in the video. Like, I
Yeah,
have a safe word.
yeah.
But she left all that out with the detectives, and it's like Nick is very, very adamant on the fact that he did 4 jabs to Dee Dee, right?
Yeah,
There were 17 total, and he is autistic, which my daughter struggles with, and they
sure.
can be very, very precise on certain things. Like, if it like, I can't if my daughter has 7 Barbies, and I'm like, "You got 10 Barbies, you're good." She's like, "No, mom, I have 7." Like, she's
Yeah,
very,
yeah. My
like, on
nephew,
it.
yes, yes, I see what you're saying. But here's my thing. Okay, because obviously I know where you're going with that. I do, and I have recognized watching, I think it was Into the Weeds, right? Like whatever, whoever was interviewing him in prison, like more present day, right? Like I watched that whole
Uh-huh.
thing. I I I would say that Nick, he's so loyal to her, right? Like, and
Yeah. He loves
he
her.
do you think he's just not, or had not said, yeah, Gypsy did grab the knife, and she
I don't think he'll
definitely,
ever flip on her. 1000%. I
wow,
think he never will, because even when he was standing in front of the judge and they were like convicting him and he was getting a sentence. He was like, please take mercy on me. All I wanted was to be loved by somebody. And I just don't think he had as much experience, obviously, as Gypsy did. And I believe that Gypsy did have that know how of manipulation and that she was able to manipulate him. And I think
Oh
it's sad
God,
in that way.
I disagree so bad. Oh, I disagree so bad.
Okay, well then
Oh my
check
God.
this. He had autism, I think it autism type 2 or something, but
Hmm.
he was collecting a check from the government, like a social
Right,
security check.
right,
Like
right.
they don't give those to you unless you're pretty serious and your stuff is documented and et cetera, et cetera. So it's like
Okay,
I
okay.
do believe at bare minimum she was much smarter than he was and much more
Oh, but
cunning.
baby girl, that evil in him, I think it's the idea. That's right. That's my humble opinion. You know, that evil side in him, though, got her acting a goddamn fool. Okay.
I mean, have you seen the videos he did to her? They're so poorly acted. Like
Oh,
he's
God,
literally
bad,
under a blanket,
bad.
like just
Yeah.
growling, talking. And it's like I hate to say this, but I just don't believe that that was an extra personality. I think that was Nick playing with his sexuality. You know what I mean? I think the Gypsy
Oh,
was
what
into
an
this. I
interesting thought.
like there it's proven
Playing
like that
with
she
his
had
sexuality. Now, how old was Nick? Because I know she was like 21,
he
23,
wasn't much.
right?
No, she was 23, almost 24, and I want to say he was like 25, almost 26.
And you know, he's definitely awkward, so probably didn't have a lot of girlfriend. Actually, he didn't,
No.
right? Like he only
Yeah.
talked about having a couple. So yeah,
Hmm.
maybe just play. Sure, maybe not DID, right? Because I don't want to diagnose anyone, but
Hmm.
in my opinion, when you're, but you're right. Like hearing him act it out, it was just like, dude, are you fucking for serious right now? Like, who's
Yeah, and
buying?
like,
Gypsy bought it, but
see, I don't think she did. I think she saw him as a fucking mark, and I hate to say that, but she
oh
at
my
the
god,
base of
you
her thing,
really?
yeah, she's a con woman. He was a mark. She needed a job done, and she basically contracted him to do it, and by using sexuality. That's just
Mandy,
my
they were together for over
I mean,
2 years.
I believe that she was talking to him, but I don't think that she was only being sexual with him, period. Because she's
Ooh.
asking him, like, the day that he's coming to town, like, I want to meet up with one of my exes. Is it okay if we do it as like a like a see you later kind of thing? And he's like, no, why would that be okay to me? And I get
Oh
it. Like
wow.
I get the frustration. And I don't know, man. I feel bad for every man that's been in her life. Look at what she's done to Ryan Anderson. Like he is a shell of the man that he was. And look at Ken. He's a good
Okay,
example
okay.
too.
Well, guess what? Guess what, bitch? But
Meh.
because you had shit going on, I've been watching more shit. So this is what Tira thinks of Ryan, which we wouldn't have been able to talk about. So I'm glad that, unfortunately we had to put it off. But okay, I think Ryan treated her very much like a child. I think he thought he was getting probably the gypsy that like went into prison that he's seen all the court docs on and all that shit, right?
Oh yeah.
And like he was overbearing. And I will say, I don't know what I watched once upon a time, but I thought Ken was like a whole fucking crackhead. So I am so happy to know that he's like at least a halfway decent dude on the show that I watch now, okay? Because I don't pay attention to their TikToks and shit.
But at the okay, I have to bring up these rumors. There's like all these rumors that Ken is gay and like there are people from his
Oh, he
past coming
does give
out.
me gay vibes. I
Yeah, and
swear
like
to you.
a lot of people believe that they're in like a lavender relationship where he's gay and she's like, "Okay, but you're going to pretend to be my man, all right?" And I
Wow.
don't disagree with it. Like, I can kind of see exactly, I can see exactly that. Like, there's very little passion between them, or like, I don't know. It's just something is off with their
Well,
dynamic, and
I
I
don't
can't put my finger
watch.
on it.
Okay, I don't watch any of like the detractors, the people calling it out or whatever. But I
Yeah.
was recommended a video and they were referring to TikTok lives that he was doing. And she wanted to go out one time for a Dr. Pepper.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, what are you got to leave for a Dr. Pepper for? There's a Dr. Pepper right here. And she's like, but it's warm. I want to go to the gas station. Bitch, I'm a Coca Cola head, okay? If I want a motherfucking Coca Cola from the gas station, motherfucker, don't tell me to put ice on that warm, fucking flat ass motherfucking Coca Cola. And then there was another time, this was a whole separate TikTok live. Sorry, where she wanted a Red Bull. She was like, probably just like had the taste for a Red Bull. And he's like, it's 6 o'clock at night. You want a Red Bull? And then all of a
I
sudden
mean,
he's seeing her with her shoes on and he's like, where are you going? I'm just like, oh wow, what is this? And that's the only thing I've ever watched of anyone talk about him.
no, I agree with you. I think that he's exhibiting controlling signs for sure, but think about it from this angle. What if you thought your wife was cheating on you? Wouldn't you be on her ass like, Why are you going out? I don't understand. You want to
And
you
that's
know
what it gave me. Like does like he really, in my opinion, based on his fucking behavior, I have never been questioned by anyone when I want to go to the corner for any fucking thing at any fucking time.
Same here. Like I've never had that. That's never been my particular struggle, but I
Never.
do believe like you get them how what's the saying? You get
Thank
them how you
you. I
found
know
them
where you're
or whatever.
going. Yep,
Yeah, you
yep.
get them how you found them, and he
You get them
literally
how you
cheated.
found them.
Like she was married. It's like,
Um,
and they were engaged while she was in prison. Like he could have married her had he wanted to. He did not want to.
I
And then she
feel
comes
like
out.
he waited until she got out. He didn't want to do that time with
I
her.
believe he waited until she had some money.
Ooh, I
I
didn't
hate
even
to
think of
say
it like
that,
that.
but
I didn't even
like
think of it like that.
there's a trust that I know Rod and Christy set up for her that she can access and that she does access for like paying her mortgage and things like that. And also think about the social media money. I mean, even though
Yeah,
she is like largely disliked, people still hate watch. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
I mean, and I don't know. I think that the whole thing with Ken is suspiciously feeling like the end of things with her and Ryan. Because remember, she said that he had backed her up into the bathroom and that he had scared her and all these different things and made him sound super abusive right at the end. And I truly believe that because, hang on one sec, my dog is barking. Hey, but anyway,
Cállate.
right. But, I truly believe that she tried to make Ryan look bad and abusive because she was fucking somebody else.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
do like part of her microdeletion is hypersexuality. And I believe that she exhibits all the signs for that. Like,
Well, I think you can watch her TikToks, right? Like she's like baby girl. Like I want you to have a presence. I don't know about influence, or I don't know if that's the right
yeah.
fucking word for an emmer, right? But like at the
Hmm.
end of the day, you deserve a platform. People follow you. Fuck yeah, you deserve it. But like baby girl, like why is no one telling you that? Like I know you're very immature and I
Hmm.
understand, but like, why is no one in your life telling you like do them dances and stuff? Like it gives hoochie mama. It gives hoochie mama back in the '90s, girl.
I agree with you, but I think a lot of it is that I think that she realized her peer group, like women 30 to 40, were not going to jive with her, that they were going to look into things and they were going to
No,
see this. But the younger crowd, like the under 25, she even had like a cameo where someone like wrote her and was like, "My mom doesn't like my boyfriend. What should I do?" And she's like, "Oh,
uh-uh.
you should try to, work it out with your mom and this, that, and the other." And it's like, girl, like, be aware enough to decline that request. Like, that is just a
Yeah,
fucking troll, and how can you not see that?
yeah,
And
because
that's
that
the big
is
argument for deplatforming her is that she is influencing younger kids to think it's okay to kill your fucking mom, and it's not.
Oh, Mandy, Marie, Samantha, Louise, Martinez, the eighth. I know. I know. Oh my god. Oh my god. See, this is worse than this is why I did not get on the phone with you, because we could not talk about that. We had plenty of reason to get on the phone for the last couple of weeks for sure. And I couldn't. What do you mean she is no, ma'am.
I mean, think about it. Think about it like this. You are 15 years old. Think of all those emotions you have when you're that age and how they're
Yeah.
so extreme. This girl did 8 fucking years and she was a whole ass adult when she M'd her mom. Like, come on, like 8 years to some people,
Okay.
they're like, okay, and she got out and now she's got all this money and she's got all this influence and whatnot because she's got her little 9 million follower account that just got deleted and banned. But like she
Right. Oh,
did get
yeah.
those
It's
things
all good.
upon release. And it's like, if all, you know what I mean? Like there are kids who are abused by their parents, or there are parents who are, stricter or different things. There are different situations, but someone could see that and think, oh, she did 8 years. I could do 8 years in my sleep.
Oh, but them fucking motherfuckers okay, hold on though, because she's a dude. She couldn't even go get her first pair of shoes at the store on her Lifetime show without paparazzi wanting to know what the fuck she's buying. She is famous whether we like it or not. And it is unfortunate and it sucks. Like dude, I'm famous for really fucked up shit too. So like I really can empathize with that. She's famous for emming her mom, but we also, it has never been proven. I understand the 17 and the 4, right? Like that's a big fucking jump in stabs. But
Yeah.
like it's never been proven. And at the end of the day, she has
Hmm.
been sentenced per her fucking involvement in the crime, which did not actually commit the M. So I
And
don't
see,
even feel like she's a true emmerer.
oh, I do. I do. She planned that shit. She was texting him for years, or for at least a solid year, about this plan. And he was trying to get her to go other ways. And she was like, no, this is our plan B. She even told him that when he came to visit her and he met her mom, like they had sex. And she told him that she got pregnant and that her mom made her miscarry by getting something done to, I think it was like getting the tube changed out in her feeding tube.
Oh
Like, she
wow.
told him that her mom caused miscarriage because of that. And it's like, there's just so
Oh,
much
I didn't know that.
demonization from her to him about her mom of just, like, trying to make her mom look bad, but she doesn't say, "My mom beats me, my mom does this." Not until the very end when he's, like, hesitant about the whole thing, and she's like, "No, she's locking me in the shed. No, this." And I just truly believe it was contrived. Like, that's just my opinion. I believe that she 100% wanted her gone. For what reason, we have no idea. It could be that she didn't want her reputation tarnished by all the shit her and her mom did, which at this point, we have no idea how long her mom, or if she was even knowing that Gypsy could walk, because she's on a video 2 years before the crime telling a guy, my mom doesn't even know I can walk. I don't want her to withhold love from me. Like, how weird is that?
And see, I have never heard that. That is one of those things that I'm just learning tonight. So since you mention it again,
Okay.
she says in these interviews and stuff how her mom didn't even let her walk in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, do you believe truly that like her mom didn't know that she could walk, as opposed to her mom made her not walk for the grift that they had taken on?
If you asked me a year ago, or before these FOIAs came to light, if you had asked me then, I would say no. I believe her mom was making her do these things so they could grift. But with the massive dump of like the Facebook data, it's very questionable to me if Dee Dee even knew. Period. Like, I don't know that she knew. Like, what a weird way to put it. Like, I don't want my mom to withhold love from me. Like, that's such a weird way to put it. Like, that's your mom. She's gonna love you no matter what, I hope. But it's still very weird. And I do believe that the situation between Dee Dee and Gypsy got very, very toxic. And at this point, I look at it like in a toxically abusive relationship. Like, you can be with a man and y'all fight every Saturday night. You know what I mean? Where you knuckle up every Saturday night, and that can be your life. I believe that was the dynamic going on in their home. Was very much they were toxic for each other, and I think that the whole thing where Dee Dee was looking up, like, homeless shelters that would take specifically people aged for Gypsy, like, I believe that she was looking to get her out of her house, and I truly
Wow.
believe, had she told her, "Mom, I am moving to Minnesota," or wherever, I forget where Nick was from, but "I'm moving with him," right? Wisconsin, I believe is where he was from. But
I
"I'm
was
moving
gonna
to
say, I think
Wisconsin."
Wisconsin girl.
Yeah, "I'm moving to Wisconsin to live with him and his family, just let me go." I believe her mom would've, because, like, people have come out that were at Dan's house when supposedly Gypsy's mom showed up and made her go with her. No, boo-boo, like, Gypsy needed to go, and her mom was there, and it was convenient. Like, her mom came in and was like, "Give me my medicine and I'm gone," and ended up leaving with Gypsy. But people in that house already wanted her to leave with Gypsy because she didn't, they said she was like, her hygiene was super bad. She didn't take a bath, like, she stunk. And they just didn't like her. She was weird.
Oh wow. Oh
And
wow.
I mean, I believe that, I don't know, I believe that it's a lot more muddy than we even thought.
But like, we're never gonna know because I mean, Nick's doing this appeal. Who knows what his lawyers are gonna bring up in the appeal? No matter what, double jeopardy is a thing, right? Like, she
Yeah.
can't be, convicted of these
But she could be
crimes.
tried for other things, and I think that that's where,
Oh,
like, she mailed the murder weapon from her home to Nick's home, which that violates, like, interstate, like, you can't mail weapons, you can't do that, like, and there are other things, I can't think of what the other things are off the top of my head, but there are other crimes that she could be, like, responsible for, like the grist, things like that, like pawning charities. Because if she truly was the only one who knew she could walk, like she tells Nick, if she truly didn't tell her mom about that, then she would be solely responsible for all of that. If her mom was, if you look at it from that perspective, her mom was advocating for her daughter and trying to get them in a better situation. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at it from that lens of, like, what her mom actually did for her, and, like, all the appointments and different stays and things like that, like, her mom was going to Ronald McDonald House, like, and using them when they would go different places, and I know, like, my friend when I was younger, she had a child who had a serious, like, disability, and, like, they would go to Ronald McDonald Houses. You're being monitored, like, that's like a home where a lot of people stay, so there are people working within that home that I feel like if Dee Dee was abusive or was lying and grifting, I just believe somebody would have caught on. I truly do.
but I think it really helps the defense or what, bitch, I'm not talking, I didn't go to college. It really helps that Hurricane Katrina was a thing, right? And all of
Yeah.
the doctors stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it's been proven that, like, Dee Dee had these records and she was taking them to the doctor, but they have to request from the actual hospital and wait on those records to come in. So that's where I feel like a lot of this got muddy, is because for a long time, Hurricane Katrina, like, wiped out all of the data systems. So they could not access those from, like, doctor to doctor. So why was Dee Dee taking in paperwork from these places if she didn't want the doctors to get a hold of them and get the information? You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just walking through the living
You're
room.
good. You're totally good.
It's I decided that when I went through videos over on Into the Weeds, I'm coming in the
Uh,
YouTube room now. I wanted us to react to videos that like aren't fucking popular, that like aren't the right, like the big topics.
yeah.
So I want to say another my other biggest reason why I'm more Team Gypsy
Okay.
is she was 24 years old, but I
Mm-hmm.
see very much a 13-year-old little girl in me. I watch these videos and I do not see a 24-year-old woman. So it is extremely difficult for me to see her as this like grown up, smart mastermind. And it's because of these videos that we're going to react to. I'm going to jump up
Okay.
off the phone for a moment and
Okay.
then
I'll
get off
mute.
this phone. But yeah, nobody's in chat or anything, but I will not take very long. Just give me a sec.
Okay. You're good.
You know what? I don't know. There we go. Good. Okay, I'll end. Oh.